Goody.
Welcome to Saturdays with Tara. I'm Mary Beth at the Law of Attraction Club, on the web at theloaclub.com. If you're on the conference line, remember if you have questions or comments to press *6. If you're on the Hangout on air, this is our introduction to the theme of the week. All of this is also being simulcast on our conference line, and we'll continue on the conference line with more discussion and Q&A after the Hangout. You're welcome to join us using the number on your screen. Robin will be bringing through Tara for us today, so we welcome Tara and Robin. Over to you.
Welcome to you. To create more of what you want, there's a simple formula. Reach always for a good feeling thought, because if you feel good, you're heading towards what you want. Feeling good is always a choice, and nothing is more important than making that choice. That's it. It really is that simple. Now, if you're curious about what lies beneath that formula, we'll be heading into questions like who you are and why you're here. And to answer those questions, we have to go a little deeper. We have to debunk the reality myth. Of course, if you've been practicing reality for a long time, this might seem like a radical leap. But here's our promise. At the core of everything, it is elegantly simple. Let's start here. Here's what you cannot choose or change because it's the foundation of everything. You're a consciousness, an always connected extension of the collective consciousness of all that is. What you can and do choose and change are your desires and intentions, and your beliefs and expectations. Those choices create what you think of as you, the very shape of your consciousness. And those choices create everything you experience. Everything. So here's some questions that are relevant. As you go through life, are you learning and discovering or attracting and creating? Do you live in the world, or is it your world? Are you in touch with the spiritual world or your spiritual world? So, are you learning and discovering or attracting and creating? Answer, you're attracting and creating. As you choose to believe new things, you attract a new context around you. You and your context are always a match. You and your context are as real as it gets, which is not to say it's a quote-unquote reality That's something sort of permanent and external to you. It's a movie set on which you're creating your movie and having your experiences. As you invite others of us onto that set, you mix it up with all of us and have new experiences. You could say that's learning and discovering, and in a sense it is. But it's your screenplay, your set, and always your choice. Do you live in the world or is it your world? Answer: it's your world, unique to you, matching you, responding instantly to your vibration. If it's a time-space physical world, it's because you've decided that it is. It's round or flat because you decided that's the way things are. If there's a sun and a moon and land and sea, it's because that's what you choose to believe about it. If there's a Hubble telescope out there in space, proving the existence of billions and billions of galaxies beyond your own Milky Way galaxy, it's there because you decided such a thing was possible. And as you evolved through infinite choices, you've seemingly arrived here and now in the year 2015. Is it the spiritual world or your spiritual world? Answer: it's your spiritual world, unique to you, matching you, responding instantly to your vibration. You're at choice in this realm every bit as much as you are in the physical realm. If there are departed loved ones or angels in it, they are there because you know they will be, and they will be as real for you as you are for them. If there are guides that are looking out for you and whispering in your ear, they exist because you have written them into your screenplay. If you believe there's a God and judgment and heaven and hell, then that will be the context you experience. So look around at your world. What's in it? For example, do you have religious fanatics in it who are determined to wreak havoc in the name of God and who must be stopped? From Abraham this week: you cannot define someone, even if they deserve it, as your enemy and stay connected with who you are at the same time, because your source will not take sides like that. No one can stay connected to source energy and push hard against someone else. There are these battles that are fought in the name of God, and all of these prayers that say God is on our side. And we say, God is not on your side, nor is God on the side of those who fight against you. God does not take those sides. All of those words from Abraham are certainly true. And within the framework of this discussion, we would add the following. In your world, if there are battles being fought in the name of God, then the people in those battles and the causes they are fighting for exist and only exist because they and their causes lie within the boundaries of what you have decided is possible, or even probable, or even certain. You probably don't want to bring any of that into your actual experience. But if you focus on them and their evil intent and really start to worry about it, your power to create is such that you will achieve exactly what you don't want. So choose to feel good and focus on what you do want. As to whether you could choose to go into battle believing that God is on your side, we would go so far as to say that you can also create the reality, quote unquote, of that. And your experience will be that it is truth. What we would also say is that no matter how justified and right you think you are, those beliefs and actions will not feel good if the God you create in your reality is not in alignment with who you are, an extension of the pure energy of all that is. Your feelings are your infallible guide. None of these things are absolute. None of these things are beyond your ability to say, that was what I chose to believe then, and this is now. This is a new day, and I'm making new choices. Look, your world is your world. Your movie is your movie. And nobody on heaven or earth or anywhere in between, and that includes us, has the right to tell you what's right or wrong about it, or what should or shouldn't be in it, or what you should or shouldn't be doing. So if crusading for world peace, or organizing worldwide days of prayer or meditation, or campaigning for your government to do something constructive about those bad people out there feels good and is fun for you, then have at it. Just be aware of how you feel. And if you sense yourself drifting over that boundary from feels good to even slightly feels bad, stop. Get off that train. It doesn't go anywhere you want to go. There are no right choices or wrong choices. There are only what do I want now choices. And those belief choices of yours are the only things that ever create anything in your world. Like, for example, world peace, if that's what you want to focus upon. By law of attraction, what you choose to believe and expect, consciously, deliberately, or subconsciously by default, attracts into your experience, wanted or unwanted, instant by instant, a version of you and your context that uniquely matches those expectations. Nothing can ever be more important than simply choosing what feels good. And if you find yourself in a place where you're damned if you do and damned if you don't, where no good choices seem to exist, that's no big deal either. It's simply that you've been playing the reality game too hard and forgetting who you are. So make any choice or no choice, but do make the choice to feel better. Focus more and more on what's going well and stop practicing woe is me. Be easy about all of this. You'll be amazed at what shows up. We suggest you pause for a minute here and think these words within you. This is a new day, and I'm making new choices. I am going to live from this point forward within the question, what do I want now? I'm declaring with confidence to the world that I'm stepping into a new story, and that new story has new versions of me and of everything and everyone else. From this day forward, I'm going to remember that my feelings are not caused. They are what I am choosing. I am choosing henceforth to feel good. What I believe becomes. Here I go. My News Story, Chapter 1.
This Hangout on Air was the summary of our theme for the week. Our longer discussion continues now on our conference line and on Thursday at 5:30 p.m. Pacific, 8:30 p.m. Eastern. You're welcome to join us. Bring your questions and comments and remember to press *6.